is clear. When the seventh seal is broken, 4 horsemen shall ride forth to punish the wicked. Be they sons of men, lords of heaven, or the dregs of hell. All upon the earth will be judged, and the pact forged anew. You forget your post, horseman. You forget the law. No call was given, yet the destroyer marched, and there you were found, under his black banner, if the claims are true.
To hell with your claims. The seals were broken. I was summoned.
Then where are the other horsemen? Were they not summoned as well? The 7 seals are hidden, as they have been since the pact was forged eons ago. All of them intact. There was no call. You aided the Dark Ones, broke a sacred covenant that has doomed mankind, and threatened the balance. Do you deny it?
When I rode, heaven and hell were already at war. Abaddon was there. He knew something.
Abaddon fell, fighting off the chaos you unleashed.
I fought powerless against the demons, and still you accuse me?
Your defeat proves nothing. Likely the Destroyer cast you aside when he was finished with you. You have defiled the law, horseman. You will be punished.
I serve only the Council. Only the balance. As the horsemen always have. Send me back. I will punish the ones responsible.
How? What hope do you have against the Destroyer's armies? You are powerless.
Then I will fail, and the demons will have carried out your sentence.
Very well. You will return to the Earth, but you will be watched. Come forth. The Watcher is bound to you. It will ensure your loyalty.
Remember that, or I will really get under your skin.
Enough! Rise, war, and arm yourself.
Hello everybody, my name is Rollock, and welcome back to Darksiders. In the last and first episode, we partook in the End War, a war that is only broken if the 7 seals are broken. Only war was summoned of the 4 horsemen, and now we are receiving punishment by the Charred Council. The punishment can wait, as we have been tasked, or we have suggested that we should go and try to fix everything. So we're going to be taking our blade, and we're going to be doing just that. Our mighty sword, Chaos Eater. War's legendary blade, also stripped of its former strength and powers. We also gain a ability called Blade Geyser. Harnessing the power of the Chaos Eater, this attack summons a field of deadly blades around war. And we have obtained a Wrath power. We're going to hit the start, or we're going to let this play. We'll go over that in a minute. First, we're going to be taking a look at the menus. So we can map certain consumables and Wrath powers. To do so, we simply select it, and we can map it to any of the face buttons. I personally like to keep it on X, so we'll keep it there. Life Essence is practically a potion. If you use it, it'll restore a bit of War's health, indicated by the green bar and the green skull. Should a green bar deplete, a green skull will be depleted, and the bar will be replenished. Now the yellow bars under the green bar is War's Wrath meter. Blade Geyser, for example, uses 1 bar of Wrath. Wrath is obtained by killing enemies and also found in certain objects. We have the character sheet, weapon forge, and artifacts. Those aren't all that important at the moment, and we will be going over them later. Also, I should note, unlike in the previous episode, nearly all of our moves have been taken away. We only have the standard moves such as this. We have the 1, 2, 3, and 4. We also have the mid-air attack, and that's about it, really. We don't have a whole lot to work with at the moment. Let's go ahead and see what they want with us. I mean, obtain our main currency of the game. Souls. Souls manifest in 3 forms: currency, health, and wrath. Currency, of course, is the money of this game. Health restores your health, and wrath obviously restores your wrath meter. They can be found in certain containers and are signified by the colors corresponding to the words there. Bump my desk. Like, things never change. All right.
Seek the demon Vulgrim. Few can afford his services, but perhaps you can strike a bargain.
The council confers with demons now, does it?
Since the truce was broken, some demons have fallen from the Destroyer's favor. Vulgrim is one such outcast. He has long sought an audience with us.
How long have I been here?
Looks like our trajectory was a little off. Not so fast, horseman. Let's lay down a few ground rules. Until this is over, you're a dog on a leash. I say bark, you bark. And if I have to kick you, you'd better not bare your teeth. Understand? Or should I teach you to play dead? Good boy.
Really good voice talent in this game. For those of you who were wondering, War himself is voiced by Liam O'Brien, who has voiced certain characters such as Gaara from Naruto. Some certain other as Illidan Stormrage from WoW, and the Watcher is voiced by the legendary Mark Hamill. Not to put Liam into shame, but it's Mark Hamill. He's famous for Luke Skywalker, Joker, all the above. And we can also, holding what is essentially the select button, we can summon the Watcher. The Watcher himself is the Watcher is somewhat of the Navi of this game. He gives you tips and hints where to go if you are stuck, but he doesn't actually tell you anything about enemies, so there's that little bit of aspect taken out. Of course, we can double jump, just like in the previous episode. And we're also being introduced to ledges. Ledges, we can move left and right. We can attack on ledges, and while we're on the edge, we can press A to jump to the next one, and we can press B to let go.
Here comes the welcome party. why don't you introduce yourself?
That we shall. So these are our first official enemies. We will be getting the enemies that we encountered in the prologue, but for the time being, these are known as the Wicked. These are very slow, not all that strong enemies, but they're practically a big pack of zombies. If they surround you, you might get in a bit of trouble. As you notice right there, weaker enemies such as the Wicked, if you're close, War's Gauntlet will glow. You can press the interact button, which is B for the Xbox, and you will perform a... Stop picking up things, Borg, Jesus. You can perform a sort of execution that will give you some free health. So if you're low, just look for some Wicked to grab and slam them down. Such is the way. You get a mix of normal souls and green souls as well when you do that kind of execution. What are you doing over here? Oh. It's 3 of you. Alright. With that out of the way, let us continue on. I think now it'll actually go tell us about the whole gauntlet thing. Nope, it'll introduce this guy. Who won't really do anything. Except give us a bunch of souls. Like before, we can grab them on the poles, use right bumper to get across fast. Like there, it says if our gauntlet is glowing, then we can interact with certain things, such as doors, enemies, whatever it is in the environment. Now, while these easy executions are nice, they're generally not really all that needed. Oh dear. Because our weapons, if I'll actually go into the armory, you can see that there's a bit of a bar growing underneath Chaos Eater. Our weapons level up in this game, indicated by the 4 runes above the icon. With every level up, the weapon gets stronger, but it also takes a lot longer to level up. But once we get through this first little area and onto better things, we'll have our first level up for Chaos Eater. Now this guy right here, I forget the name of because I'm an idiot. I'll put the name up on screen because I will be going over names of enemies and such. He has a fire burst attack where you want to dodge out of the way. He also have a charging attack and also just some few punches. It's really simple to take care of, but the one thing you should be concerned about is, aside from all the Wicked in the area, when he starts doing that, you want to get away as far as possible because he will explode, dealing damage to nearby enemies as well as yourself. So just stay clear when he does that, and you should be fine. Just gonna take care of these Wicked here. All right. All right. Does it for this area, and we have our first instance of a chest. Chests are scattered across the entire world. They obviously have goodies for us to obtain. What's inside a chest usually indicates how the chest looks or what color it is. If a chest looks like this, it usually just contains souls, and if it's this color, which is green, it obviously contains green souls. Think of them more or less like the chests in God of War, and how you can like determine what you'll get out of it. That's the best way I could really describe them. I mean, they're chests. They're in like a bunch of games like Zelda and stuff, so they're really not that hard to understand. Anyway, dragon objects. If we see a glowing little light, like right there next to an object, we can grab hold of it using B, or holding B, and you can use the control stick to move in any which direction you want. It is quite slow, but we will be getting something later down the road that will make it a bit faster. Just grab along onto this pipe, dash across here, kill more Wicked. Oh boy. Now, with the amount of souls you can obtain from enemies, I do believe that it determines on what your difficulty is on. Since I'm on Apocalyptic, I believe that I'll be getting a lot more souls than if I were playing on, say, normal. But I think that's how it works. The higher the difficulty, the more souls you will obtain. But the more enemies will hit, and the more difficult it will be to obtain souls. Yep. Speaking of enemies being harder hitting, we have a certain enemy that's coming up soon enough. Now, as for the execution thing, I'm not too sure if you get a mix or if you get a split, because I believe that's only 1 soul from an execution. Say if I just kill it, yeah, you get 2 souls. So if you want to stock up on souls, I would recommend not executing the Wicked. Alright, here we go. I forget what this guy's called as well, but he is very powerful. He has that ground slam attack, and you simply just want to dodge out of the way. Or not. Basically, if any enemies look like they're reeling up for an attack, that's obviously an indication that you want to dodge out of the way. More or less or often than not, you want to dodge to the left and right instead of backwards, because a lot of enemies have some pretty strong attacks that just attack straight forward. Like, even there, I was able to dodge that with a side dodge. So just side dodge out of his way. That's not a side dodge in the slightest. There we go. Alright, let's take him out. There we go. Not as exciting as I hoped to be, because the camera glitched out. That's another thing. When you defeat certain enemies, they obviously give off an execution a chance, and to do so, you simply just press B. But the camera goes into this cinematic mode whenever that's not the way. The camera goes into a cinematic mode whenever you're starting execution, but it can be free range if if the enemy's backed up against a wall, because that could mess up with the camera positioning and whatnot. So they just opted out of making you control the camera freely. Anyway, head up here, just around this corner, up these stairs, with a couple more wicked to take care of. Did I mention that if you execute the wicked, you don't get points for experience of the 8 weapons? I think I explained something like that. Got one more chest here. Go and open this. And head on through.
How long was I gone?
In Earth years, about a century. Long enough for the last of the mouth-breathers to die off.
Then, the Third Kingdom is lost.
Subtle. I almost didn't hear you coming.
Vulgrim.
The Council finally took me seriously. If so, you're surely not empty-handed, for this shall be the briefest of introductions. There were a few young ones. Spectacular. You seek the power behind the one called Destroyer. You will find the answers and the font of his power there. Oh, such haste to die. You aren't even a shadow of your former self. You wouldn't last a heartbeat. Besides, the way to the tower is shrouded by demon magics. Even I do not know the way.
Who does?
Feed my hunger, and I'll feed your curiosity.
And so we shall. We will be getting this We will be going into this in the next episode, however, since I believe we've actually been going on for quite a while. So, in the next episode, we will be gathering up 500 souls for the demon merchant Vulgrim, and we'll see what he has to offer us. See you guys then.